We will wrap up now with head coach Seb Hines. I guess, Seb, just to get things started, you finish out the regular season sweep, taking both wins against the Spirit this year, but also hand them their first regular season loss here at Audi Field this year. Just what are the thoughts on the team's performance tonight?
Yeah, it was more about ourselves. Like, we needed to have a reaction after the 2 defeats recently. We haven't been ourselves, and going to an environment like Washington, difficult, of course, but we wanted to come here with loads of energy, loads of desire, commitment, and put a real good performance together for our fans, because they deserve it. The players know it as well. We haven't been ourselves. Go back to our identity, and when we show what we're capable of doing, that's where you get your success. So I was really pleased with not just the goals, but their overall performance and their attitude leading into this game.
Austin, go ahead.
Hey, Seb, congrats on the win. I was just talking with Mikayla a minute ago, and she was talking about how you said to the team how you expect more from them. How much of a difference does that make when you expect more from your players rather than just asking more of your players?
Yeah, I am pretty demanding. I'll push the players' limits on the field, and if they give absolutely everything, leave everything on the field, you can't ask more from them. And that's what they showed today. They showed that they're capable of competing at the highest level. They're competing against a good team, and when you do that, you get your success and you get your win. And I'm really pleased for them, because winning's not easy in this league. Anyone can be anyone, and when you have the right attitude and right desire, commitment, you give yourself a chance of winning the game.
When you look at Julie Doyle, after missing some time with injury, she comes back, works her way back into fitness, starts to get back into kind of form, and now 2 goals in 16 minutes, basically. How much of an impact has she been over just progressively getting over the course of the last couple of games back into the kind of form that you want her to be in?
Yeah, she had a terrific preseason, and then got injured really on into the season, and it was disappointing for her and the rest of the team. And easing her way back into it is not the easiest, because you're catching up from games and minutes, and what you saw today is her with a real intent to go after defenders, be threatening in the attack, in transition, be decisive with decisions, driving at defenders, getting shots off, being clinical. And that's what we want from all our forwards is, you've got an opportunity, you must take it. And she took it tonight. We also know that we're missing 2 key players with Adri and Martin, and players have to step up and take that role. And I thought, between Erica, Messiah, Julie coming in that forward line, their intent to go at defenders was brilliant.
How much of an impact did scoring 2 goals in the first 16 minutes just do for the confidence of your team, just in terms of coming into a hostile environment on the road and taking that advantage, just in terms of the mindset of the team? How much did it affect that?
Yeah, it's massive. We got here yesterday and wasn't able to train due to the weather, and then we're on a weather delay leading into the kickoff. So you going through all these minor adversity, and the way that we started the game was brilliant. Real intent, going after them, full of energy, and creating momentum, and actually scoring with that momentum that we haven't seen in the past couple of games. And that was a real focus point for us, is when we have waves of attacks, can we get an end product? And the best way to get end product is obviously scoring goals.
This team's been a part of a lot of weather delays over the last couple of matches, not just here in Orlando, but here obviously on the road and travel and whatnot. Do you feel like the team's just kind of used to it to a certain extent, where they've been able to capitalize on other teams that may not be used to going out, warming up, and having to go back inside and kind of having that lull?
Yeah, it's obviously difficult. It's, part of the game. You're waiting in the locker room for a significant amount of time. You start conversations, you start, games, and then you have to refocus on the actual game itself. So everyone manages it differently. What he did do, it allowed the team to bond together through a minor adversity with the weather, but they were fully focused. Walmart was brilliant. Walmart really set the tone for the rest of the game. And, they came out, all guns firing, like brilliant, just going after Washington, putting them on the back foot. Lots of good pressure, composed out of possession as well. There was a couple of times where we were pinned back, but there was a lot of good concentration and focus on the task. And, a 2-0 lead is always difficult, right? That next goal is the most important, and I'm glad the second half we got that next goal, and from there we seemed pretty focused and comfortable.
Just within the game, you kind of talk a little bit about finding the team's identity again, to be able to get a win on the road and to be able to get a shutout on the road. Do you feel like that's just a big step in that right direction for you?
Yeah, I think after the North Carolina game, we had to figure something out away from home. Our away from hasn't been brilliant this season, and we had to make some changes to the lead up. Obviously, the weather was not planned. Not training match day -1. But we tweaked a few things leading up to it, and I think that was beneficial, and we got the result. I'm not the most superstitious person, but we'll see if it works moving forward into the next away game.
Cool, appreciate it.
Any more for Seb? Cool, we'll wrap up there. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We'll speak to you soon.
Great.
All right, everyone, thank you for joining us. We're gonna have Julie Doyle, who recorded her first brace of her professional career tonight, as well as Mikayla Cluff, and then we'll wrap up with Seb Hines. If you're on the Zoom and you have a question, just use that raise hand button. Julie, I guess just to get things started, how did it feel to get the win tonight, but also to score 2 goals?
It felt so good. We needed that. I needed that. There's been a lot of pressure on getting an end product. And so to finally get 3 goals, to get a shutout, you definitely saw a team performance tonight. And I'm just so proud of everyone.
Austin, we're gonna open up your line.
Hey, Julie, congratulations on the goals. Obviously setting the tone like early for this team. What did it mean to kind of change the rest of the game by scoring in the 8th minute?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop after 1 goal, and I made a personal goal tonight to at least get 2, actually. So, yeah, I mean, losing Marta and Audrey, like, that's a huge loss for us. So I think everyone realized that and knew that we all had to step it up, and I think that's what we did tonight. So.
Kind of for you personally, being able to score 2 goals after coming back from injury, missing a good chunk of the early part of the season. Like you said, you set a personal goal for yourself, but just for your confidence, because of how important confidence is for strikers, how important is it to get those 2? So
important. Anna, before the game, actually said, you don't make, what's that one quote about, you don't make the shot, or we don't.
You miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah, you miss every shot you don't take. So I was like, I need to shoot, because if I don't shoot, I'm not going to score.
In terms of the team effort from the Pride, as you mentioned, you take the 2-0 lead and through the majority of the game, but you didn't really sit back. You kept attacking, kept pushing for more. What does that mean for the mentality of this team to not be comfortable with that 2-0, knowing that you can and want more in a game like that?
I mean, the best defense is a good offense. So if we can keep the ball in our attacking half, then we'll make everyone's life easier. So I think that we know that we can do that. And yeah, just if we're going at them, why let off?
That's all for me.
All right. Any other for Julie? Oh, Jenna.
Hi, Julie. Jenna Chinelli with Equalizer. Thanks so much for taking the time and congrats on the win and the brace. Orlando's been a team that's been a little marred by some weather-related issues, couple of postponed games, and then, tonight obviously got a little bit, later start. So as a player, just how do you make sure that you stay, in that mindset when, those unexpected changes come up, and especially keep that mindset to pull off such a great win like tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're kind of used to it. So I don't know, everybody had their own little mojo going on tonight. I heard everybody like dancing in the locker room. They did like a little dance circle. I was like in the training room talking to Kelly and like just warming up my legs, keeping them going and eating snacks constantly to get that energy. But yeah, we were so pumped and we like felt the energy in the locker room that we like knew we were gonna have a good game. I think it was the
Amazing. Congrats again. And thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Julie. We'll wrap up there.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna move on now to midfielder Mikayla Cluff. Kayla, just to get things started, how's the team feeling after this big win tonight?
Really good. We've been kind of scrambling the last little bit, fighting for a win. So it's just great to get back in that winning column and kind of get things going the way we know that we're capable of playing.
Austin, we'll go to you.
Kayla, congratulations on the win. With Julie scoring in the 8th minute, setting the tone early for this game, what did it mean for just the confidence of the team to have that 1-0 lead early?
Yeah, that was huge. We talked so much about how important it is to come on with a good start and just kind of set the tone from the very beginning of the game. And it's been evident in all our games so far how big of a difference that makes for us. And so it was huge for us tonight to come out on the front foot and just put pressure on early. And then when we get a goal in like you said, the 8th minute, it just makes all the difference in the world.
You guys scored the second goal at the 16th minute, and in past games you may have kind of taken a step back, but instead in this game you took a step forward and kept the offense going, kept pushing the issue. What was the kind of message heading into this game, especially going up very early?
Yeah, Seb said from the beginning that he was just going to expect more out of us. We know what we're capable of. We've shown it in spurts throughout the season, and we can play, such quality soccer and be the best of the best. But it just kind of comes down to our determination and our desire when we step on the field every single game, no matter who we're playing. So that was kind of the message going into this game, and I think that we obviously accomplished that tonight.
How much does it impact you as a player when you have your coach saying, I expect more from you, not just, I want more from you, but I expect it?
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I think it just kind of shows all of us that we can't just show up and expect wins or just, think that being average is going to be good enough. We have to show up every single game being better than we were in the previous game. And if we do that, we'll get results.
Was there an added feeling of kind of needing to step up with Marta and Audrey being gone for the World Cup?
Yeah, of course. They're such big roles on our team, and we rely a lot on them. But we know that the people that came on who got minutes tonight, who haven't been as much, are just as capable. And we have a pretty complete team, no matter who's on the field, and we just stick to our principles. So we were still able to do what we want to do, and people performed tonight.
Cool. That's all I got.
Thanks, Austin. Anything else for Kayla? All right, Kayla, we'll wrap up there. Thank you.
Thank you.